Hi guys, and welcome back to another video from myself as a WF1. If you haven't already, do make sure you like, comment and subscribe. And you now join us as a part 2 to one of my most watched videos. So one of my most watched videos I will put down in my description as a link, but it is a case of what boosts to use on what track. And I had such great feedback from it. Everyone learning the tracks more, knowing what boost to use on GP events and duels. It really helped a lot of people. The demand for a second video with more tracks was so huge that we are back. We are back with part 2 of another 6 tracks of what boost to use on which track. Now, I have made some changes this month. You are going to see the graphs in portrait mode instead of small, and a big shout out to Cat Racer in our team who has managed to create and update these so they are fit for purpose in YouTube. So let's enough waffling, let's get into the detail of what exactly you want and what you're here for. Let's go to the first track. So the first track in this 6-track video, we have Suzuka. Now, Suzuka is a predominantly wet track, but you will get it in the dry as well. And most of the AI tend to follow a 3-lap and a 4-lap strategy. So they usually pit for 3 laps, then they go for 4 laps, and they usually run out of tyres at the end. So I don't tend to see 2 stops by the AI. It's always a 1 stop. And let's look at the track. So it's a grip track. So that's what you need to watch out for. So there's not a lot of power. It's majorly a grip track. And let's have a look where the most overtaking options are. So we're coming off the last corner and we're coming down the straight. Into the first corner is a very good opportunity to overtake. So you want to be using your boost all the way from the last corner down the straight into that first corner bend. Now, intersections 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, it's very hard to overtake. Pretty much impossible. So medium or even a conserve there to save fuel, save tyres. There is no point pushing your tyres and losing out. When you get to turn, I think it's 9 by what I can see, basically just before the bridge, and it is turn 9, you can dive up the inside. So you want to start to push coming out of that corner and up into the hairpin. So the hairpin, you can lose out or you can gain. It is a very 50-50 part of the track. So definitely keep an eye out on that one. Now, coming round the hairpin and through to turn 14, another great opportunity. What you find is your car will fly up the inside if you're on the right tyre at the right time. And down the back straight, you can't really overtake. Turn 15, you've got a chance. We do call it a lower pass probability, but it still is a pass probability. But it depends on what the strategy is and how you're working your current tyres. That back straight and that bend, so turn 15, 16, on the last lap is where the AI usually run out of tyres. So keep an eye on that corner because it's very much an opportunity. Now looking at the boosts, we've got Dijin, Downforce, Eagle, Rooster and Taurus. And the one thing you will notice from them is they all have tyre boosts. Okay, they all have further tyres that extend out for you, and they also have cornering. So for this track, you want cornering and tyre boosts, and that means you can push harder and you can push faster. And then for wet, Hex, SAR and Tune-In are perfect boosts because they have the cornering and the wetness in. So give that a try. Let me know how you get on, and we'll move on to the next track in this track list. Track number 2 then, and we have the French Grand Prix. And as you can already see, there is a lot of red on this track, which is great for us. It is another grip track. You might think obviously power is a big one, but actually grip is also really big here at French Grand Prix. So let's walk you through the track then. Coming out the last corner, the straight into the first corner is a decent opportunity to overtake. The pass probability is pretty high. The yellow, we do say go in as medium and then come out entry pretty hard. So it's just giving that driver the kick that they do need. Going down into turn 5, that's another one where your driver will often send one up the inside if you are boosting. and all the way down the straight is a very good opportunity into turn 8. Now turn 8 and turn 9, you won't actually overtake through there very often. There is still a chance, but it is very often, and you will actually dive up the inside of turn 8 and come out turn 9. What you want to do is boost out there all the way pretty much to turn 14. There's a great opportunity at turn 11, you can see with the fire emoji, where you do fly up the inside. So 10, 11, 12, 13 are all great opportunities, and it is a track that you can work wonders on. So do definitely take a look at this one. In terms of the boosts, we've got a downforce, an eagle, a rooster and a taurus, and they are cornering and tyre management boosts. So to get the best out of this track, you want to add extra tyre management. That gives you a massive kick on, and you can push harder and harder. And when you've got a track that you can overtake at pretty easy, you want the tyres there. There's nothing worse than having a track where you can't use all your tyres, even though it is easy to overtake. So give them boosts a try on the French Grand Prix. If you're in the wet, pretty much most tracks, it's Hex, Tuning, SAR. Very good ones as well. So give that a try. Let me know how you get on at the French track. We now have Brazil, and Brazil's another great racing track on this F1 game, and you can see a lot of red on there as well. So it's not very much a power circuit, it is more an aero, tyre and a speed one. So it does include power, but it's got the aero and tyre. So a lot of people will think big straights, just power. No, you do need the balance of aero and tyre. So let's have a look then. Coming out the big last corner all the way up the home straight, you've got a massive chance of overtaking. And into the turn 1, up the inside, also another great one. Boosting all the way down into turn 4, often up the inside until you get to turn 6. So some great opportunities on the whole first half of this lap if you're trying to overtake. Turns 8, 9, 10 and 11, we do recommend just conserving a little bit. Now, you can overtake through there. It does happen. It's not impossible. But your biggest chances of gains on this circuit is basically turn 11 all the way through to turn 7. So another track with absolutely great potential for you to overtake. So definitely have a look at the screenshot. Take one for yourself and learn and look where you can overtake. There's a lot of fire emojis on there, which means there is so much chance for you to work your way up at the Brazil. Quite often I'll go from sort of 8th, 9th, 10th star, and I'll usually end up 1st and 2nd based on sort of a 4 soft, 4 medium strategy, which is what I like to use. In terms of the boost, we've got Dead Fast, we've got Lumberjack, Firework, Shark, Instinct and Hex. So we're talking a little bit of tyre, we've got power in there, we've got overtaking and speed. So definitely have a look at them boosts. You will honestly see a massive difference using these boosts. In terms of the wet, Hex, Tuning, SAR is always there as well. So look at using them boosts when you use Brazil, because it's such a good overtaking track. By having that extra overtaking and power, you can score big. Track number 4 out of this guide for you guys. So really track 10 we're on now, because we've already done 6 previously, and it is Bahrain. So a lot of people will think that the Bahrain track is a very power circuit because of the big straights. Well, it's not. It is majorly a grip track. So that's where a lot of people can go wrong when they're selecting the boosts. And if you watch some of my GPs where I've done in Bahrain and used these boosts, I've often worked my way up from sort of 10th place up to the top 3. So it's definitely worth this. So let's look through the track. So last corner, all the way down the straight into the first corner is definitely an overtaking opportunity. It's where you want to be boosting hard. Turn 3, so coming out the little bit of a sort of twitch in the road. 2 and 3 down the straight to turn 4. Now you can chuck one up on the turn 4 up the inside. You don't often get one, but there is every chance that you can get one. So we do recommend boosting out of that corner, and turns 5, 6, 7 are a very good chance to overtake. Remember, this guide is where we recommend that you do boost, and you still can follow your own where you believe you are better, if so. But this is what our guide is that we use. So turning 7, 8, another part where we tend to conserve. If your driver does want to send one up the inside, they will. And then looking at turns 9 and 10. So often turn 10, you're going up the inside with most tracks, and it is a very good opportunity. Same with 11. Turns 12, you'll never really overtake through turn 12, with turn 13 having a slight chance up the inside down the back straight. So like we said, it is a grip track. There is high pass probabilities and medium pass probabilities. So have a read of them corners, because there is definitely a great chance of some overtaking on here. Remember, it is a grip track, and that is explained with the choice of boosts. So we've got Dijin, which is a cornering tyres. We've got Downforce, again, cornering tyres. Eagle's got tyres. Rooster and Taurus have all got tyres and cornering as well. Not Rooster. Rooster's got block, but obviously block's pretty decent as well. Especially Taurus, great tyres. So this is another track which is really good on grip. If you get the boost correct, you use a grip boost, what you can do is fly past your opponents. With the extra tyre management, because of them tyre boosts, you can push for harder and longer as well. Wet, we've got Prince, T-Star and tuning, so all help with cornering in the wet. Track number 5 of this review, and we have Austria. And first up, I do want to say that the blue actually is red. Cat Racer did want to basically show us the best place that we recommend you overtaking and pushing really hard on this track. So that's sort of one thing to do notice. Blue is almost red, but we want to say it's the best overtaking chance, because we're not going to go back and amend it. So let's have a look. Austria is a grip, tyre and speed, so not necessarily an aero track. Let's look at turn 10. So down fast turn 10 into the home straight, there is a good chance that into turn 1 you want to be boosting, because you can chuck one up the inside. Going into turn 2 and 3, the non-existent turn 2, turn 3 also chucking up the inside, and it is a track where you pretty much don't overtake round the outside. Now turn 3, the section that's blue on our map, is one of the best sort of overtaking sections of this track. So you're usually very likely to gain positions every single lap if you start to push through this section. So turn 4, you'll go up the inside. You can go around the outside of turn 5, but inside of 6 and 7. And then we sort of come to a no overtaking, low chance all the way up until turn 10, where you can dive up the inside. So it is still a good opportunity track for overtaking. Your sort of first half of the track is where you're going to make most of your positions up until the last part, where it is literally the last corner. So take a look at them sort of entry speeds, exit speeds and the pass probability. So they're obviously not a lot of low on there. It is high or medium, so plenty of chance for moving up positions. Because of the characteristics of the track, we are again using sort of boosts that have tyre management, cornering and a bit of speed in there as well. So they all have them in there. So Downforce, Eagle, Shark, Firework, Voice and Deadfast. And we've got the wet, Hex, Star, Tuning and Prince. So the wet's pretty standard for most tracks, but Austria, definitely have a look at. It is a 9-lap race, remember. I'll tend to do a 5-lap and a 4-lap stint and a 6-lap and a 3-lap, mainly using soft or mediums, but it depends on your car tyre management as well. The last track on our part 2 video, 12 out of 12 altogether so far, we have Austin and America. So as you can see, grip and speed is what you require for the boosts on this track. And we have more blue, and it is a really good opportunity in blue. So let's get into it. So turn 20, coming out the last corner, into the first, you want to be boosting. Great opportunity to overtake at the front. We tend to boost through 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because it is keeping the momentum up all the way down to turn 11. Now, you're not going to overtake really through turn 10, but turn 11, you can chuck one up the inside and get a good setup onto the straight. Now, if you're using the boost dead fast, lumberjack, firework, you will absolutely fly down this straight. Looking into turn 12, you absolutely bomb it either down the outside or the inside. A lot of the times, when using these boosts, they can't even keep it on the track, they're that fast. But sometimes if there is like a queue of traffic, let's say, you can overtake 3-4 cars in that corner. So if you've got dead fast first on that corner 12, first lap, you could end up going through 5-6 cars on that corner. So they are definitely one of the best tracks for boosts out there. Turns 13 and 14 and 15 have overtaking opportunities, but we recommend a medium boost through there. All the way around to turn 17, 18, 19, you can chuck one up the inside as well. Not very often you do get it, but you'll find if you're on a soft compared to a hard tyre, you'll probably get the job done and into the home straight. Dead fast, obviously, is like your speed. You've got your lumberjack, your power, and you've got your firework, which is also sort of the power and the bit of tyre management across them boosts, acceleration from the voice. So really good overtaking boosts, which carry overtaking and power, or slash speed if we call it. So one to definitely use them boosts, give it a go. So guys, let me know in the comments how you found this video, the second part, and hopefully we can bring you another one of these soon. Second part of the boost guide done and dusted. I hope you've learned something. I hope you take these away, use them in duels and GPs. You will notice a difference. If you're not using boosts or you're not using the right boosts, you are losing out massively. So give that a go. Let me know. If you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. There's plenty more informative videos available, and you mean all the world to me. Thanks guys, and let's keep at it.